I thought that I would do a little late winter walkabout in the yard today because I've made a few changes recently. I thought my porch was looking nice, but then that spurred me to want to make some other changes. So, my mom recently passed, so I got some flowers from the funeral. So this ivy is from an arrangement. Some of the arrangements had plants that I could actually plant in the ground outside, so I kind of ripped them apart and salvaged what I could of the rest of it. Had some peace lily plants, and I'm so surprised that these are holding up so well out here in the different temperatures, because it's still getting like in the 30s at night and maybe in the 60s during the day, and these have been out here a week and still look pretty good. These, guilty confession time, you may be able to tell, I got these on Amazon and they're not real. And I just wanted something that was going to be always green and I didn't really have to do anything with. I'm not normally a big fan of faux plants, but for these planter boxes, it's just what worked the best. I wanted something no fuss, no muss, and I don't really like to pour water in these planters. They're all wood, even on the bottom, so they don't have the best drainage, and I don't want to rot the planters because my husband and I picked them up on an anniversary trip. So this works pretty well for me, and I like the height. I thought the size was good, and hopefully nobody will look too closely at them. But I thought my little porch was looking okay. I've been weeding this path here. I'm putting plants that were in my garage out to air. The clovers are just weeds. It used to have a hosta or a hosta in it, and I need to just take it out and find something else to put in there. But I want to get more planters for up this path, bigger ones, and make it look really nice. For now, really all we have are fairy gardens. We were decorating those yesterday. I have two little girls, so they each get one, and it's fun to play with while we're out here. And I thought this area was looking nice, but I took a picture of it when I took a picture of my porch, and all of a sudden I realized it looks like beach chairs on the beach because these rocks are sand colored. And I know a lot of people like that coastal look and beach style, and I like it too, but my house is nowhere near the beach, so that kind of thing really bothers me. So I'm actually going for more of an English country cottage look eventually. So I got 2 chairs ordered, and they'll be here next week early. So I'm gonna put 2 black metal chairs here, and then some more planters, and see if I think that looks better to me. And we'll just have to see. I got my strawberry plants here. I've got more in the garage I need to bring out. I'm just kind of letting them get some air and maybe some rainwater whenever it rains. And this area is looking really shabby. I know I need new windows. The house needs to be repainted. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, but I found this website, American Meadows, and they have pre-planned flower bed arrangements. So I ordered one. I'm not 100% how it'll do here. I know it's good for full sunlight and drought, and this area is sometimes sunny, sometimes shady, wet from the gutters. So I'm not really sure, but it's perennials, and it's sort of just flowers and a big English country look. And I'm gonna see how it works. If something dies, it dies. But I've got maybe 20 or 30 plants coming in April. So my dad's gonna help me make like a border there. So we'll see how it goes. I'm a little intimidated. I feel like I'm better at knowing what to do inside the house than I am outdoors. Landscaping's not my area, but everything I've ever had landscaped or fixed myself, I end up loving. I mean, it makes such a huge improvement outside. So we'll see how it goes. I'm scared, but you know, what can go wrong? Kill 20 or 30 plants. It's not the end of the world. This is my garden area, and I've got so many more beds. I've got 4 four new beds to build and some more big pots to put out, but I'm trying to clean it up. We had this area landscaped last year, and they put pine straw down, and it looked great last year, but it's looking really shabby this year, and a ton of weeds have come up. You can see them all kind of over here. And I've been out here hoeing them, and this bench here, the white one, was where those blue Adirondack chairs are, and I'm moving it. It was just too much in one little alleyway. So I'm actually trying to lay some pavers here. I'm digging down a little. I'm not the best paver layer. I know these are uneven, not level right now, so I need to kind of beef it up a little, but I got tired yesterday and gave up on it. But I'm gonna do 2 rows of 6 and then put the bench on it here, and I can put plant pots or let my girls sit on it. And eventually, after I replace these windows, I'm gonna put window boxes up, and I think that'll look nice. But I would love to get this hoed down and the pine straw removed, and then gravel it to match the other pathway over here. So I think I really like gravel. I like the crunch of it under my feet. But I've just been out here working and trying to make some changes, and I figured I would do kind of I wish I would have done a better before video. So this is kind of like a midway video. But my beds, I've got 2 long ones that'll go this way, and they're kind of an oval shape. And then I've got this arch that'll come up over here, and I'm gonna plant like squash and runner beans or something up it. My girls can go under it and play. They like to play in the garden, so I think that'll be nice, and hopefully we'll all really enjoy it this spring and summer. Got some onions growing in here, a kale mix in here. My lettuce is looking really shabby, but some of it's still going. Empty bag. I need to refresh the dirt in some of this stuff. I had pumpkins growing in those bags last year. I made watermelons that way. It worked out really well. I didn't know if it would grow well in a bag, and it did. Of course, I mean, the vines don't stay in the bag, but the root itself does. Got some garlic, dead pot of cilantro, some carrots that really need to be harvested because I think they're kind of at their end. And then this pot here is where I keep my basil. And I loved it, and it worked so well last year. It's a self-waterer. And I'll probably do that again this year. It was really great. I kind of want another one. I make a lot of pesto. And I give a lot of pesto away. So if I grew twice the amount of basil, it would be great. I'm gonna walk over here. So my sister-in-law gave me, my mom's favorite flower was yellow rose. So she gave me a big yellow rose plant. I think it was called a sunburst, maybe? Something. I think it was a sunburst rose. And I planted it here, so I think it'll bush out, and I'm hoping it fills this area between my magnolia tree and the hedges up. I think you can see some property line tags and stuff here. The property next to me is uninhabited, and I think they're looking to develop it. So somebody may be building a house there, and I like privacy, so if that rose bush filled this little area up, I'd be thrilled. And then I've wanted another hedge here because there's this blank space, and I peeped down like right there. You can see a little baby one growing. So I hope, I don't know how long it takes these to grow. I think it's a holly bush. But hopefully I'll have another little hedge here. And a friend of mine gave me a miniature yellow rose for my mom, and I had that trellis. So I just kind of stuck it in there, and hopefully it'll kind of climb up there and make a little privacy too. But we've just been working a little out here, and I figured I would take a little video before I go making huge changes, and hopefully I'll have a nice after later. I want to do so much, but I'm trying to slow myself down a bit. I'd like to pay off some of our debt, so I may be changing a few things of what I'm hoping to fix up and pay some car payment down instead. It's a responsible adult thing to do. So we'll see how it goes. But hopefully I'll still have enough in the budget for some gravel for the garden area. And that would make me so happy. So, and this area may change back here too. We've got a big swing set that we could build for my littles. So, and hopefully whoever, if they do develop this property by me, maybe they'll put up their own fence. So that would be great. And then I could kind of clean up along the edge of it and I would love to have a more distinct property line. And if they put up a fence, I'd be so happy. And then that way I wouldn't have to worry about that corner of it. I know that's terrible, but every little bit helps. But thanks for following along, and hopefully we'll have some fun changes this spring and summer. That big pipe down there, if anybody is curious, is my dad and I pulled up the chain link fence. You can see part of it in rolls down in the woods, and I'm gonna eventually, he's gonna pick it up, and so it'll be gone, and I'll put up a more attractive fence. Chain link's okay, but it's just not for me. Not here. Vines were growing all up it, and it was going to be really hard to maintain. So hopefully I'll have something more pleasing to the eye soon. I don't have a huge backyard, but I really do want to maximize my space and use every bit of it and really enjoy it. And ever since I got my stairs put in outside, I've really enjoyed this backyard so much more. Just the stairs alone helped tremendously in getting this hillside cleaned up. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I got this, it's not the most attractive, but I got this thing to go under my bird feeder, and I love it. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like $19.99, and I think it's just called like a bird seed tray or bird feeder tray or something like that. And they make different ones, but I liked this one. It's all mesh, so the water goes through it, and it keeps a majority of the seeds from like falling on the ground and creating big weeds. And the birds actually get on the tray and eat some too. So they'll eat from the tray or eat from the feeder, but it saves so many seeds and it prevents weeds. And I had no idea that I needed this. And it's fantastic. I'll try to link it, but it's great. I've got to get my dad one. And like I said, it could be a little more attractive, but for the amount of things that it does for me, it's just totally worth it. I love it. But thanks for following along, and I'll try to post an update later. I would love to do more flowers for the girls this year in the yard, and maybe some lighting out there, and just lots more. But hope everybody's staying safe. Bye.